I mentioned a couple of episodes ago that Haas had only reached 6 consecutive races in which they'd scored points as a team. If we score points today in Monaco, we will break that record. Hello folks, and welcome to episode number 7 of Haas with F2 champions only. We're gearing up for the Monaco Grand Prix and we have scored points in every single race this season, which leaves us in a very lovely position where we've already scored 10 more points than Haas did in the entirety of 2023 in real life. This is very much not our imitating life or anything quite like that. It's quite the opposite, and we're in a fantastic position after Nico Hülkenberg finished 6th in Imola. Here's the result. Hülkenberg P6, we were actually P5 for much of that race, but a strategic gamble almost left us with egg on our face. But we did scrape P6 by the end. Felipe Drugovich making it 2 consecutive races in which we've scored points with both cars. So everything going very, very nicely here at Haas, although we have had to spend some money on the car. So what you can see here is the underfloor, third version of underfloor and the second version of suspension being manufactured, but we've already had to emergency manufacture 1 underfloor and 2 suspensions, I believe it is, if I remember what I did about half an hour ago before I came up to record. In between times I had my dinner. So yeah, we've got 1 underfloor and 2 suspensions. So we will equip those to the cars. There we go, which will make us a little bit faster. The new floor is going to go on Hülkenberg's car, so we're going to replace the failed second version on Felipe's car, and then he will subsequently get the third version of underfloor. So a lot of underfloor and suspension, I know. Right, we are ready to rock and roll in Monaco. We are 10th for low speed, which obviously very important at Monaco. So I think we should be sniping for points today, though Hülkenberg is 7th for low speed. So he could be actually in with a real shot of a fabulous result today. So let's get to practice, get the car well tuned to the streets of Monaco and see what we can achieve. We're into Q2 and we're on our final laps. Felipe Drugovich, who we're following, is 11th at the moment and needs to find 0.3 of a second just to beat the AlphaTauri of Daniel Ricciardo. Hülkenberg is in to Q3 and he's set a personal best middle sector, as has Drugovich. I think Ricciardo's completed a lap ahead of us. Let's see what we can do. We are following Lance Stroll's Aston Martin, who bumps us down. We've been bumped down to 10th and 12th. Hülkenberg goes up to 9th. Drugovich, 8th. Fantastic lap from the Brazilian. That was superb. What can Ocon do? He's on a lap. He's set a personal best first sector. I would expect Gasly to be able to go faster, but he's not setting the world alight, nor is Ocon in the middle sector. Are we going to bump Alpine out with both cars in Monaco? That would be superb and give us a great chance to further extend our gap. Ocon stays 11th. Gasly, personal best in the middle sector, stays 13th. We've got both cars into Q3 for the first time this season. Oh boy, what a result. We're starting our final efforts of Q3 and Nico Hülkenberg is doing Nico Hülkenberg things. He's currently P4. Perez hasn't set a representative lap time yet, but I'm sure he will do in a moment. Hülkenberg with a personal best first sector here. Drugovich as well. He's in P10. He's following Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes, which could hamper his lap. It doesn't. Well done, Lewis. Thank you for getting out of the way. 2 personal bests for Hülkenberg. What about Drugovich? Also 2 green sectors. Alonso's not improved. He's only 5th. Hamilton's only 6th. Where's Hülkenberg going to be? 4th. What about Felipe Drugovich? Out of Anthony knows. Can he get ahead of Stroll or the Mercedes? He gets ahead of Perez, who's about to complete a lap and bump him back to 10th, I would imagine, and probably push Hülkenberg down to P5. that is exactly what happens. But we're P5 again with Hulkenberg, and this time Dragovic is in the top 10 as well. Wow, I mean, what a qualifying result. I know that the Haas is traditionally very good in qualifying, but we've been doing much better in the races than they did in reality. So let's see if we can turn this into a massive points haul. I'm in a bit of a quandary here with Nico Hulkenberg's strategy. I've got it on a 2-stop at the moment, but obviously we could just do the plain old 1-stop soft hards or maybe medium hards with Hulk. The 2-stop is really potent around Monaco because the AI just goes for a 1-stop. If you've got soft tyres at the end, you are so much faster. The problem is overtaking, but if you just drive in clean air, you will overtake people eventually. We could go a 1-stop and maybe just drop back a few positions, but I'd rather go aggressive with Hulk. I'm wondering whether to do the same with Felipe. Maybe we'll just do the 1-stop with him. Let's go for it. Let's go bold with Hulkenberg and go for a 2-stop. And what will be will be. Let's do a motor race. Max Verstappen is on the pole position. He's got a Ferrari alongside him. We've got 5 red lights. The lights are out. The race is on. Hulkenberg is kind of on his own there. Not being attacked. Not doing any attacking. Happily in 5th place. Dragovic has lost a position though to somebody. I'm guessing it's Stroll. It might even be Ocon actually, who's fighting away with his friend. But we are safely in P5. Dragovic, of course, now out of the top 10. But we are just looking for a single point score to set a new Haas team record. So far, so good. Starting lap 8 then with Nico Hulkenberg, and he's actually on the tail of Carlos Sainz. We had dropped back by about 1.5 seconds a few laps ago, but now the Spaniard is 6 seconds behind Perez, struggling for pace. We were 0.6 quicker last time round, and we're in DRS range of the Ferrari. Very interesting. Hulkenberg giving a Ferrari a hard time. It's giving us free pace because we don't need to do anything really. As long as Sainz isn't catastrophically slow, we'll just sit behind him and be towed along essentially. This is pulling us away from Alonso. Hamilton and Russell aren't going to be making any impression on us either. They're in the 16s. We're in the 15.9s with Hulkenberg being towed along by Sainz. So all good work. Dragovic is now back in DRS range of Esteban Ocon, but of course overtaking in Monaco is incredibly difficult. I don't think we're close enough here, but maybe we can have a go at getting into P4 with Hulkenberg. He's all over the back of the Ferrari. It's absolutely ridiculous. Can we make it through next time? I think we'll need to go attacking on the tyres. So let's do that. Can we find a way through? Let's hop on board with Hulkenberg. We are absolutely close enough. Move to the inside and send it. No, he's not feeling it. He's just not feeling it. Okay, we'll hold station. That's fine. 2.8 second stop for Hulkenberg, and he's going to drop out ahead of George Russell. Or actually, Russell's going to just ghost through him. Don't worry about it. Don't worry, lads. It's fine. It's fine. So we've done enough to actually hold off the undercut from Alonso. He's on a set of softs, so we kind of need to be on the tail of Russell to give ourselves some DRS to defend against the Spaniard. Dragovic we could probably attack with a little bit more there. Tyres need to get up to temperature. We will get DRS to defend ourselves. So at the moment, everything going pretty okay. Hulkenberg is still in P8, tucked up behind George Russell. We can't actually find a way through. We probably should think about doing that. Let's get Hulk driving in clean air, and that would probably explain why he didn't pass Sainz earlier on when he was in a fabulous position to do so. Let's deploy and attack on the tyres and see if we can get past the Mercedes. And there we go. Yeah, we've done that so many times with a Mercedes. And now we're actually doing it against one. Doesn't feel quite right, really, but is what it is. and we're into P7. Now we can crack on with the rest of our race. Progress for Felipe Drugovich. He's found a way past the AlphaTauri of Tsunoda. He's absolutely sent it from a long way back into Saint-Devote. And then the extra traction against the AlphaTauri on old hard tyres gets in the position. And we might be about to do the same with Hulkenberg. We haven't really got enough DRS to make this work. ERS, sorry, not DRS. To make this work. Although, are we close enough? No, we're not. We should probably just top up the battery and then go for it. But Hulkenberg is looking at every avenue for a way past. We have a red flag. That was Lance Stroll in the wall, and I feel like we had something to do with it. I think Hulkenberg might have put Stroll in the wall. Yes, he has. Well, no, he hasn't. He made an overtake and Stroll just drove into the wall. So, make of that what you will. Do we have damage is the question I'm asking. And we'll restart this race in 5th. No damage to Drugovich's car. Although we could probably do soft from here. No damage to Hulkenberg, but major tyre wear. So we will just do another set of softs for him as well. And we'll commit to a pit stop. Although I think the AI will all go hards and try and go to the end from here. It's 38 laps. And the tyres will allegedly do the entire race, if you so wished. We're going to go softs and we're going to go aggressive. We're going to give up track position at some point. But we're going to be much faster come the end of this race. Okay, second time today. We've got everybody on the grid. We've got 5 red lights. The lights are out. The race is back on. And let's get everything turned up to the maximum to get attacking. We've got an instant yellow flag. Did Drugovich have a collision with somebody? He did. He's had a collision with Gasly. We are now just wrecking everybody. Oh, there's some banging of wheels. I hope we haven't got any damage to the car, because that's going to cost us money. Oh, we do. We have minor suspension damage. That's not... We've just made that suspension for crying out loud. And when it's minor damage, it doesn't then fix itself. The engineers don't fix it, which I'm sure is possible in some cases in real life. But anyway, we are 5th and 10th after all of that drama. Start of lap 54 then here in Monte Carlo. We're still 5th and 10th. Hulkenberg is 9 seconds behind Sainz. We do have damage to his car as well, actually. Side pods and the suspension. Why is it the suspension? We just made those 2 blimmin' parts and now we're going to have to redo them all over again. So that's hurting our pace. We're about to come into the pit lane with both drivers and give them hopefully enough time to come back through the field. But at the moment, Russell can't find a way through. Alonso's tucked up behind us. And we're going to give ourselves quite a big offset because everyone else is on mediums or hards. And we're going to go to another fresh set of softs. So we should be fairly quick. Damage will slow us down, but we should still be able to come through and hopefully pick up a few points. Hulkenberg is now in. Hopefully this is a good stop. Fresh set of boots ready to go. 2.8 second stop. Lovely work from the pit crew. And we exit the pit lane ahead of the McLarens. So Hulkenberg has got only a few cars a few seconds ahead to overtake, and then he's back in the points. Drugovich has got minor ERS damage. That was known before the race, and we will be changing that part after this race. There's the damage actually to the side pod. So you can see on the right hand side, if I pause it there, there's the damage on Hulkenberg's car. That's what's slowing us down. Alright, we're setting this up with Hulkenberg. Let's see if he can find a way past Ricciardo. He's moving to the inside. I think we might have it. There goes Nico Hulkenberg. Fabulous job. Hulkenberg's already overtaken Albon. I'm not sure quite where it happened. It's happened into the seafront chicane. Don't see many overtakes into there, even on F1 Manager. But Hulk has found a way through and made it stick through to back. Here's Hulkenberg now on the back of Pierre Gasly. And look at the difference the fresh tyres makes. And the camera was way too close there. Can't even see what's going on. But I assure you we did make the overtake. I'm not going to show you it again because it just gives you the same angle. Nico Hülkenberg has moved himself to 9th position. He's overtaken Yuki Tsunoda. He's in the midst of making it stick. But here's how he did it. And the terrible camera work, honestly. Ran the outside at Sandoval. Lovely move. No one in the barrier. And that's provisionally 2 points now for Haas. 1.2 seconds quicker than Ocon last time round. We could still grab P8. I mean, honestly, we could have had a P5, but blame me for that. Yes, I might be throwing away points, but isn't this more exciting, really? It's more enjoyable to play. I know that much. We've caught Ocon so quickly. My word, over 2 seconds a lap faster. That is unbelievable. The next car, that's Lewis Hamilton. So we could catch Hamilton. If we get these two really quickly, we might even catch Russell. It's only 3.5 seconds between the two Mercedes. That might be a last lap send. Here's Hülkenberg looking to send it on Ocon. Push the engine, deploy the battery, attack on the tyres, hop on board. No DRS for Ocon. We're not going through. We are driving in clean air. Come on, Hulk. Of all the times you could have just sent it, that was the opportunity to do it. And this is costing us points. Because we could catch Hamilton, but we're not at the moment. Surely we'll find a way through this time. Here we go, down the outside. Ocon is giving us the squeeze. It's not... Oh, we're not quite quick enough in the straight. We didn't attack on the tyres, to be fair. There is a way past, we just need to find it. Maybe this is it. No, not this time. Let's try one more time. We are going to have to stop pushing the fuel. We've just moved to the outside and been blocked. It could have just moved to the inside, Hülkenberg. A bit like that, but still he can't find a way through. My word, Ocon is defending like a lion, isn't he? Right, here we go. It's now or it's never. Come on, Nico. Just send it. We've turned everything up to the maximum. He's going to find the inside line, and he's found it at the last possible opportunity and takes P8. There we go. We made much harder work of it than we needed to, but we do eventually move ahead of Alpine. Drugovich comes home in 16th, which was frustrating to say the least. But we are going to set that new record that I spoke about at the start of the episode. Nico Hülkenberg has scored points in every race so far this season, and that continues with 8th place in Monaco, a 7th straight race in which Haas have scored points, and Hülkenberg is just... he's no longer a madman, he is the man. So yes, we did drop 3 places from our P5 grid slot, but honestly, like I said before in the video, it's much more fun to play the game on an aggressive strategy than just sit there and watch them go round and wait for the race to finish, especially at Monaco, because it's Monaco. It's so dull. It's unbelievable. But yes, we have 3-stopped our way to P8 in Monaco. Don't worry about it. And Drugovich, that's what a 3-stop really should result in around Monaco. Sadly for him, he's fallen well out of the top 10 and actually given AlphaTauri a point. Here's how the Drivers' Championship looks. Sorry. Hülkenberg now 10 points clear of Ocon. He's only 14 behind Russell. Blimey. Crikey, as George might say. And in the Constructors, we are now 9 points ahead of Alpine. So that gap continues to grow. We're just going to keep massaging it so it keeps getting more space between us and Alpine. I won't finish that sentence. That would be slightly weird. But yes, that's probably the note to finish the video on, at least. That's the Monaco Grand Prix won by Max Verstappen. Hülkenberg finishes 8th, 7th race in a row in which he and Haas have scored points. Make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed it. Leave your love in the comments as well for Nico Hülkenberg's record-breaking run with Haas, at least in the history of the Haas F1 team. Make sure you subscribe while you're down there, leaving a comment as well, and I'll see you for the next round, which I believe is Spain. And yeah, I'll see you then. You're the best fans. It's bye for now.